Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Michael Jones here, aka Mike Design, and I'm really excited to give you finally an update on hashtag Vigilante. I've been working with a few artists here and there, mainly Jamal Thomas, Zero Thomas, on his Instagram page. He has been really helping me out, putting some things together. Also been working with Discal Arts. You can check on his page. Check out his book Bums. It's really good. If you really like a real good story with great art, that book's the way to go. Also, Sean Allen, been the driving force. I mean, he's the one who came up with he's the one who did the initial art for me when I commissioned him. So, giving him a shout out as well. Well, as you can see here, this art here was done by Discal Arts. The other art's going to be done, as you see, will be done by Jamal Thomas. Hashtag Vigilante is starting to come along slowly but surely. As you know, I'm not gonna do a comic book. Going straight to anime, animation, mainly because I think to tell my story, that's going to be better for me in the long run. And I've been working with, and I just started, networking here and there. I created an Instagram page and a Facebook. You can look at my Instagram page at hashtag Vigilante and Facebook at 13th and B Digital House on Facebook. What I'm trying, I have connected with another writer called DJ Deathpool, and he has been, and we have pretty much have ideas on how we want, this company to grow. Like I said, everything is still on the grassroots level. As you know, everything takes money. And right now I don't have that money. I'm doing everything, piecemealing everything together. I've been using an app called Fiverr. And if anybody knows what that is, that's a app where you can, get artists and sculptors and a lot of other, people to help you with, with your projects at very low price. So a lot of things I've been doing is because of them. Logos and a lot of other things. Well, here's the character. This is Jay Damien. And the reason why I named him that is because the whole hashtag Vigilante is pretty much about Nasir Jordan creating an app that that handles crimes that the police either can't handle or have ignored in kind of a cold case. And the reason why I named him Jay Damien because it's like more of a professional name instead of, Blind Spot or, Wolf, Wolf Pack or whatever, lack of a better term right now, I can't really think. But that's why I named him like that, because I wanted to have a name that, you could say, okay, this is my client, Jay, this is my, associate Jay Damien. He's going to meet you. And so it's a little bit more professional. Instead of having a character named Spider-Man, or I'm going to meet you, Spider-Man's going to meet you. This will give the clients more of a, okay. And then when they meet Jay Damien, if they ever do, it's going to be like, oh, wow. So that's the reason why I named him that. Overall, this is pretty much what this series is going to be, is about a child prodigy who, has his own YouTube and, YouTube business on the side. But what he really, does is, but he also created this. There's a lot more layers to the story. He also created an app, kind of like an investigation app that, people can use to, help them investigate crimes. Kind of like Airbnb for private investigations, so to speak. It's going to be more. I'm still tweaking the story a little bit to get it right. This story has evolved from one thing when I first started it to something totally different, which stories go. But right here, this is the picture of Jay Damien done by Discal Arts. This right here is a picture done by Jamal Thomas. Another picture of Jay Damien, another rendering of Jay Damien. I'm still working on the costume a little bit. The overall costume is fine, but I'm still I have a picture in my mind how I want the character to be. It's just not translating when I talk to other artists, but this is kind of this is like another picture. It's really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really good. But I'm trying to I got a picture in my mind. I just can't pull it out. And as the story evolves, things are changing a little bit. But the costume is pretty much set, just a few tweaks here and there. And here's him outside of his costume. His name is Nasir Omari Jordan. He's 15. He's a child prodigy, and there's a lot more other things I don't want to give away too much here. But that glowing tattoo mark on his arm, there's a reason why he has that. And it's connected to like a lineage of his family, and not just his family, but a lineage. So I don't want to give too much away right now, but he's not the typical child prodigy. This guy who it feels out of place. Because of certain things in his, genetics, he doesn't feel out of place. He doesn't feel like he's different or anything. So I'm going to flip the script a lot with this story. It's not going to be the same stereotypical story because I don't like, with my company, and with this is my flagship title, I really want to do something totally different and bring you guys something new and something fresh. And not even how some of the characters act, not the stereotypical, well, I'm a genius and everybody doesn't fit in, or when am I ever going to learn? I'm different because I have powers. He's going to be a little different in a way. He really doesn't like putting on the costume per se. But like I said, it's going to be some twists and turns. But I think he's going to be. Hopefully, you guys are really going to like this character. I'm working on his personality and working on a few things. So, I really think I want him up there like with Peter Parker and all those other guys. I think he can match up pretty well. But there's going to be a few things coming down the line on him. This is his uncle. This is Uncle Caesar Jordan. The thing about this guy is he was a former criminal mastermind in his younger life. He was pretty much a villain. And not just any villain. He was like one of the dangerous ones, He was like, think of if Batman was, if Bruce Wayne turned evil when he was younger and he said, somewhere down the line, instead of being like, I don't want to just be saving people. I want to be taking people out. He's like that. He's very, he's a very dangerous individual. The thing is, though, no one knew who he was. So he kept his secret identity, a secret. He didn't really have one. He was called Cerebral by other people because he used to outthink his opponents. And he also used to go after not only the good guys, but the bad guys as well. Because to him, there's no such thing as good and evil. It's just, it's just like a chess game. And he gave it up, not because he thought it was, the right thing to do. It's just because he just didn't want to do it anymore. He got bored with it. And he felt like everybody wanted to be the bad guy, and everybody, criminals just started becoming, just stupid and lazy and just use their powers to blow people up. And you know how things are nowadays, where everybody wants to be the badass and all that. And he just felt that started getting lame, and it wasn't intriguing to him anymore. So, and he left his family a long time ago after a fallout from his brother, Nasir's father, excuse me. So he doesn't know how he feels about being, quote unquote, the mentor of his nephew, because he's not really a big family guy. So him and Nasir have a kind of strange kind of relationship. They're family, but kind of like very estranged family. It's almost like they're feeling each other out, because Nasir has a good relationship with his family members, with his brother and his father. Even though his mother and his, twin sister, left, but that's another story. I don't want to give that away too much, but he doesn't know how he feels about him. And Caesar is not really a good guy. This is not a good guy. He's still a villain. Sorry about that. And so he still has those kind of mindsets. So it's going to be kind of strange how, that dynamic works between them. And these are, two of Caesar's friends. They're brother and sister. They're twins, actually. His name is Caesar, and her name is Copy. That's their nicknames. Copies. And they work with Nesser in the YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel is like tech building, tech reviewing, tech unboxing, kind of like technology channel. They do like cosplays where they also build things. It's also a gaming channel where they also build computers and stuff like that. It's like a it's like a growing popular channel. It's growing steadily, and when the series starts, it's gonna be like growing steadily, and it's gonna be it's gonna have like a lot of technology, a lot of cosplay, a lot of gaming, because and Cypress, in Cypress, he's like kind of like the director. He handles the social media and all that, and Copy, she helps Caesar. She helps Nasir with the technology part of it, the camera work and stuff like that. So they're like his best friends. They don't really know too much about the other app. I don't know if I'm gonna make them know about it or not know about it, but right now, like I said, the story is evolving. But these is his two best friends, brother and sister. So yeah, and they're gonna probably be featured prominently in the series, but I'm still working things out a little bit. And here are the two police officers that's gonna be investigating crimes. They're part of the Enigma unit, and what the Enigma unit is they're a police force that handles crimes that the police can't handle. So they handle superhuman, like not just superhuman, but crimes that maybe like other departments can't handle. And some like the criminal intent in like Law and Order. They handle crimes that other departments can't, because they not only do they have the technology, this is like just them in their civilian clothes, but not only do they have the technology, but they also have the expertise that to deal with it. Each one of these guys has their own like kind of like different they have a past, and his name is Kenjiro and her name is Tribeca, and they have a cool backstory, and I don't want to give too much away here, but they're partners, and but it's gonna be like a cool backstory. It's not gonna be the stereotypical where they fall in love and all this other crap. That's been done to death. They're just partners. They just work together, but they're gonna have a cool backstory that makes them perfect for what they do, but it also gives people, people also give them kind of a side eye. So it's going to be like, I don't want to give too much away here, but that's going to be very important going along their backstory. This is the mayor. This is the newly elected mayor. He's from a prominent family. His name is Lincoln Ambrose, and he's from the prominent Ambrose family, which is like a very prominent real estate and like investment family, stuff like that's how they made their money. They're not owed money, but their family built up. He was an angel investor before he became mayor. He's kind of like an independent. He doesn't really, I'm still working on that, where I make him an independent or a Republican or something like that. I'm still working on that, but he's like not really liked in the political circles by either side much. He has a growing strong favor review from the voting public, but it's just like how he treats the political arena is kind of like he went after both of them in a certain way, but he did it in a way that was surgical, and he kind of like really derailed a lot of people's careers. He's not liked. There's more coming on him later, but he's the mayor, so this guy is like really runs the city. Yeah. So so this is the guy that he I don't want to give too much away, but he has his fingers in a lot of things that maybe a lot of people don't know of. And this is the villain of the overall. This is the villain of a story. I'm kind of breaking this up in like kind of different. Like it's gonna be like kind of like a zero. I want to create a zero prelude story that introduces a lot of the characters and introduces the universe of #Vigilante. And in the second story, I'm gonna have him. He's a superhuman serial killer by the name of Dominus. And like I don't want to give too much away, but he's gonna be like the overall story I create is he's going to be like the main villain, but I want to create something like a Prelude Zero, anime to introduce everything. So it's going to be more on him later, but this is what, how he looks like, his powers, everything. And these characters here are going to be in the Prelude story. When I wrote somewhat of a Prelude story, it was like kind of smaller and condensed. I want to create, the Zero issue story is going to be featuring them as the villains. This is the gardener, and here is his roses, and they are kind of like assassins type, mercenary group, and these roses, when you can see something on their face, there's a backstory to that. Technically, they're kind of like mind control devices, and he controls them. And where he gets his roses, I'm going to save that for the Prelude story, but I think it's going to be something interesting. How he gets these roses is going to tie into a lot of things that's happening in the news nowadays. And he's a superhuman, and he always travels with 2 roses. And when some roses get killed, he can just get some more. So this is like a plentiful stock of of assistants that he has. So this is like, I just want to give an update of the characters and the progress. I know I've been slacking on that. Overall, the main story, and even like the Prelude, like this story is gonna have touches of like horror. It's gonna have a lot of action, detective work. Overall superhuman crime fiction. Vigilante fiction. Elements to it. With some social commentary here and there. It's gonna be a lot of hero bashing and villain bashing with this, because I really like doing shows, but I really like doing. I wanted to create something that has a lot of hero bashing per se in it, along with villain bash, the stereotypical villain bashing. But I just want to give you guys a heads up. There's gonna be more coming soon, because I really think the balls are gonna start rolling. I really gonna push this because I think it's something different. Because I'm a big anime lover, I'm a big comic book lover, and I want to give people something different and something new, more bang for their buck. So I really appreciate you guys listening, and I'm going to be out for now, but I'm going to be back soon. You guys take care. All right.